I'm having to rethink a lot of things and really change how I live. And it's not by choice, it's just by necessity. Uh, we, um, we are living in a time unlike any other in history where, though it's hard to accept and sometimes even hard to believe, evil has the upper hand. Okay, remember, it's allowed, it's being allowed. God is in control, absolutely. He's allowing it. He's allowing it because it's their last hurrah, so to speak, and it's a purification for us. It's a reality. It is a reality I did not want to face for a long time or accept, but now I have to accept it because I'm seeing it at work. I can't do the good that I would do, that I used to be able to do. But with whatever time that is allotted to me, with whatever permission is given to me, I use it to do good. But it's very, very small. And it's been that way throughout history, really. I mean, even if you go back to St. Paul and the apostles, I mean, look at the great things they accomplished, but how much more would they have accomplished? How many more places would they have traveled to if they were not always being held back by the demonic forces? So it's always been in place, but it's greater now than in any time in history because it's right before the AC makes his appearance. Has the restrainer been lifted? I don't know, for sure. But if it has, it means it will be soon. And because of that, we are in the battle of a lifetime. And that's an understatement. We have the forces of evil working against us. So we have to be patient with ourselves and understand that God is the commander in chief, absolutely, and this is his show, not ours. And trust and have peace in that and acceptance in that. I'll set little goals for myself every day. Being disabled, I have an obligation to try to get up on my feet. And people say, well, why aren't you doing this? Why haven't you achieved this? Because literally, I will start to feel very sick. They don't want me on my feet. Do you think that, boy, if I'm on my feet, you don't think I'm going to be out in that street preaching and trying to harvest souls for him? I'd be with the shoes on my well, would I would even need shoes? I'd be out there. They don't want me on my feet, but I still have to keep working at it when I can. But what happens is I get feeling very, very sick. So how do I counter that? Besides with prayer and acceptance, I have to accept it because, like I said, it's all being allowed. I eat well. I eat right. Before I ate too little, and I was losing weight too quickly, and I think it affected my heart. Now I try to balance it more, but I eat a lot of healthy foods. I eat a lot of fruit. I'm not a big vegetable eater, but I eat a lot of spinach lettuce daily if I can. So spinach lettuce is full of magnesium and all sorts of things, and protein. And I eat whole grains. I eat oatmeal a lot. But berries are awesome. And even bananas, sometimes two a day, potassium. Always that balance. But fast food, I can't think when the last time I've touched that stuff because it's just full of poison. And it helps your energy levels. And it helps your mind, your thinking. Your fish is awesome with omega in it. Just basic things. Things to help balance, because we're in a war. We're in a war that can bring us down if we're not careful. So, but bottom line is be patient with yourself because you're not going to be able to achieve what you might think you'll be able to. It's all in His hands. It's day to day, hour to hour. For me, I could have mornings where I feel good and afternoons where I feel terrible, and the opposite. But very little can get done sometimes, and sometimes a lot gets done. And I remember yesterday I got several things done in an hour that I didn't expect to get it done. It was like 4 in the morning, So that's changed too. I mean, it's the times that we're alert and times we're awake and times, if I feel sorry for people that have to maintain 9 to 5 jobs. I really do because with the way the time is and our sleeping patterns are all messed up, it's harder and harder to do that. But I don't. But that doesn't mean I don't have work to do. I have work to do, and I have obligations to fulfill. And I should. I have to use what little talents I have to try to at least at some point bring in some income. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point I'm making in this video is go easy on yourself because you can't do anything about it. For just another example, it's a time factor again. 45 minutes this morning when I want to say 15 minutes, but we'll say 20 minutes. It's not real. I'm trying to tell you this time is not real anymore. Nothing's real about this world. It's dead. So everything in the world is almost like an illusion. Yes, it's physically real, of course, and we're dealing with realities every day. But what we would have called real even 3 years ago is not real. Time is no more. I've said that in so many videos. We have to accept it. We have to accept that the evil spirits are on top of us 24/7, looking for any obstacle to bring us down, to slow us down. That's why we put on the full armor every day, sometimes several times a day. Keep putting it on and keep battling through. We are fighting. See, and that's another reason we get exhausted, because we're fighting a war. We are in a war. I kid you not. But go easy on yourself. And also, fasting is good if you are able to give up small things. But then on the other side of the coin, reward yourself sometimes. Not because you deserve, because I deserve anything, just because it builds your morale a little bit. Like dark chocolate. I eat dark chocolate. It's very good for you. It is. Don't, people say, oh, don't eat candy. Yeah, don't eat the junky candy, but a bar of dark chocolate is really healthy. And even a cup of coffee. I don't drink caffeine at all. I can't handle it. But I like a hot cup of coffee. Just a little pickup. So don't be hard on yourself. Give it all to Jesus because it's His show. In our personal lives and on the world stage, He's running the show. And it looks very bad right now, and it's going to be very bad because, like I said, if the restrainer has been lifted indeed, that's when the lawless one makes his appearance. And we have to be ready for anything, but we also need to have peace and hope, and we can't get it on our own. Yesterday, made a little video where I said I had great peace. They came right back later trying to take it away. I have to keep asking for it, and I have to just forget the time. Oh, I used to be able to do this in this amount of time, and then it's gone. It's gone. So I have to let go of all that. That's what I'm talking about, changing my ways of thinking, doing what I can with what I can. As long as I'm positive and doing the next best thing, and doing it well, doing it slowly, not rushing it. And if I only get one thing done in a day, for example, if I'm drawing a picture, do one really good picture in a day. Or, here's another important thing. Build up the people around you. Encourage them, support them. We don't have time for negativity. We don't have time for pettiness. We really don't. So encourage and support and love one another. Don't leave negative comments, saying, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. And, if you're going to encourage someone, That's fine, but don't tear people down. And I'm not saying anyone's leaving those comments for me. I'm talking about when I leave comments for people. Just support and encourage, build up, and don't tear down whatever you do. Don't tear down. Look for, if someone's doing things you don't care for, look for the good things they are doing and comment on them and tell them. Be a light. Don't contribute to the darkness. Be a light in the darkness.